Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Let's talk about the unknown facts and advanced technology using in FIFA World Cup 2026.
The stadium that will host the most matches during the FIFA World Cup 2026 has an opening roof that weighs as much as 20 Boeing 737 planes. During construction in 2006, the engineering team had to create a 1,500-ton roof that could be opened and closed as needed on a structure with neither walls nor pillars. At that time, it was the world's largest stadium, boasting the longest arches without any support. However, the problem was that the stadium's arches were curved at a 30 degrees angle, making it impossible to open, let alone slide, such a heavy roof. It's like pulling the weight of 20 Boeing 737s uphill. Dozens of engineers were called in to test every possible idea, but all experiments proved futile. The idea that ultimately succeeded was invented 150 years ago by a man with no engineering background.
The stadium considered the most popular for the FIFA 2026 is the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Spread over an area of 3 million square feet, this magnificent stadium boasts a seating capacity of 80,000 people at a time. Its internal area is 3 million cubic meters. This means it could hold the entire Pyramid of Giza and still accommodate thousands of people. In terms of height, even if the Statue of Liberty were placed inside, it wouldn't touch the ceiling. When we look at the stadium and then assess its features, it's hard to believe how it was built. Two 400-meter-long arches, all without pillars. Retractable roof weighing 1,500 tons, centrally air conditioning, and two glass sliding doors as high as a 12-story building. All these challenges arose when in 2006, America's National Football League (NFL) needed a new stadium in Texas. The American football team Dallas Cowboys demanded a stadium that would not only be used for 810 football matches a year, but would also be usable throughout the year. Now Texas is known for its cold winters and scorching heat in summers. Using the stadium throughout the year means that it would be indoors, and that too with climate control. It happens that normally when any structure is built on top of, if a roof is to be installed, pillars are naturally erected. However, if pillars were erected in the stadium, they would hinder the spectators from watching the match. This was the first challenge for architect Brian Truby, who faced one of the toughest challenges of his career on this project. He had to design a stadium that would be completely free of pillars. But for Brian, the challenge wasn't just designing a roof without pillars. Not only would the roof have a retractable roof weighing 1,500 tons, but it would also house the world's heaviest LED screen, the weight of which alone was calculated to be 600,000 kilograms. This means the total weight would be 2,100 tons. The solution was hidden in a structure long forgotten today. In 1875, engineers were laying a railway line in Portugal. But their work was halted upon reaching the banks of the Douro River. This 170-meter-wide river is up to 20 meters deep, and the water flow was quite strong at the time. This meant that pillars could not be installed to build a bridge. To solve this problem, French engineer Gustave Eiffel was called in. Eiffel designed a parabolic arch to support the river banks, requiring no pillars. Of course, such a large arch seemed impossible at the time, but Eiffel proved everyone wrong. It wasn't just the arch's design that supported the bridge's weight. If you look closely, you'll find tiny triangles embedded within it, and these triangles are the secret to this arch's strength. Because a triangle is the only shape in the world that, no matter how much pressure is applied to it, will break but remain unchanged. In engineering parlance, the structure of these triangles is called a truss system. This discovery of Gustave Eiffel's was also used in the Atad in Texas. But the massive structure was two 1,400-foot-long arches, each 14 feet thick and 35 feet deep.
Their entire weight was placed on 4 concrete abutments, spaced 400 meters apart. Each abutment used as much concrete as 200 houses spaced 200 yards apart. And because the arches were made of steel, the Texas heat can expand and tear concrete. Expansion joints were installed between the steel and the abutments, allowing the stadium to breathe. 8 months later, the roof was complete, without pillars. Now, the roof of an open-view stadium was ready. In the center of the roof was an iconic rectangular hole, a symbol of the Delhi's Cowboys' former stadium. At Atat Stadium, this hole had to be covered with a retractable roof designed to withstand all weather conditions. But no one could have anticipated the sheer complexity of this task. Opening and closing the retractable roof panels, whose combined weight was 10 times that of the world's heaviest animal, the blue whale, on the sloping arches proved to be a daunting task. Obviously, when the roof opened, it would have to be held in place by gravity, and lifting it up would be like defying gravity and lifting 10 blue whales. To achieve this, the roof panels were first divided into 2 equal parts so that when the roof opened, the weight would be equally distributed on both sides of the roof. Now, if heavy-duty winches were used to open and close these panels, the weight of a winch weighing at least 3,000 tons would be added to lift the 1,500-ton weight. And if one winch didn't open any panel at a consistent speed, the balance of the truss would be disrupted, causing a catastrophe. A businessman named Sylvester Marsh, who ran a meatpacking business, was very fond of hooking. He frequently climbed Mount Washington in New Hampshire. Climbing this mountain was beyond the reach of ordinary people, and this was
why most tourists turned back from the bottom. In 1869, Marsh designed a railway track known as a cog railway or rack railway. It featured a rack in the center of the track, where gear teeth could be caught. The track-bearing part was called the rack, and the gear-bearing part, which was attached to the train, was called the pinion. Trains could now easily climb hills without slipping. To prevent the train from rolling backward, a lock was installed on the pinion, allowing it to rotate in only one direction. If you've ever experienced a cog railway or roller coaster, the constant hammering sound during ascent is from this lock. This genius invention was named the rack and pinion. At Atat Stadium, it was decided to install this same rack and pinion system for the stadium's retractable roof. The line you see on the stadium roof is the rack or track, on which the panels can be easily opened with a strong grip. For this purpose, 137.5 horsepower motors were installed, which power the pinions to close the roof and act as brakes when opening. And because the gear size is fixed, both roof panels open equally, and the weight is equally applied to both sides of the roof. This retractable roof of AT&T Stadium takes 12 minutes to open. Keeping the entire stadium cool in the summer was no small task. The volume inside the closed stadium is 3 million cubic meters, which is the volume of 75,000 standard rooms. Cooling such a large volume means cooling 3 Burj Khalifa-sized buildings from top to bottom. You may have heard of air conditioners weighing 1.5 tons, 2 tons, or even 4 tons. Surprisingly, the stadium has an 11,000-ton chiller installed, with ducts up to 6 feet thick. Because, according to the laws of physics, cold air is heavier. These ducts blow cool air from above, which falls over the audience and onto the field. Because the warm air is lighter, it collects in the empty space above the field, where it is recycled, to enhance the audience's viewing experience.
The world's largest LED screen at that time was installed at the Atat Stadium. This screen, as tall as a 10-story building, is suspended 50 meters above the pitch. To provide a comprehensive view, the total surface area of this LED screen is equivalent to a 3,000-yard plot. No matter where you sit, this stadium screen can be seen from all sides. The stadium's doors are made of glass as tall as a 12-story building. They are not made in one piece, but rather by joining smaller panels of doors to fully open or close. Now, let's get to the main area where the game will be played. Turf has been installed over concrete at ATAT so that not only football can be played here, but other games can also be played after removing the turf. But now, the stadium management faces a new challenge for the FIFA. According to FIFA rules, soccer matches will only be played on real grass. Artificial UV lights have been installed to retain sun. The stadium management plans to grow real grass on a farm in Colorado, not inside the stadium, and then bring it in refrigerated trucks and install it closer to the mat. Additionally, the stadium's original seating capacity, which is 80,000, is also planned to be increased to 94,000.
A total of 9 matches will be played at ATAT Stadium for the FIFA. The first match will be played here on June 14th, followed by the World Cup semi-final on July 14th. After that, the original grass will be removed and turf will be laid again. We hope you like and share this video. Thank you so much for your loving comments. See you in the next great video.